Eiichiro Oda released a statement about Netflix's live-action One Piece series. So earlier today on Twitter, I was just scrolling through, minding my own business. Out of nowhere, Netflix drops this tweet. Ever since the beginning of our partnership with Eiichiro Oda, we have been working closely to bring the One Piece live action to you. We welcome everyone to this adventurous world. And attached to this tweet was a massive statement by Eiichiro Oda with little drawings on it and his writing. It looks really cool. Not his writing specifically, but it's translated to English. You know what I mean. So we're gonna go through this, talk about it a little bit, break down what we know right now on Luffy's birthday of all days about Netflix's live action One Piece series. Hey, before we get into that, guys, for me real quick, subscribe to the channel, drop a like. All of that is very helpful. Thank you so much. Let's read Eiichiro Oda's statement. So first off, I love the way this looks, by the way. I don't know why. I love his little like chibi drawings of the characters. It's just really cute. I've been working with Tomorrow Studios and Netflix for quite some time now. Even though they understand each of the characters, we obviously come from very different cultures. So when it comes to entertainment, we have different codes, skill sets, and aims. Sometimes it could be frustrating for both sides. It felt like we're all trying to get to the same place, so how come we're not on the same wavelength? There was even a time when I thought, is a foreign production even possible? So right off the bat, some negatives around just the overall production and the idea with Netflix's live action One Piece series. Oda's been working closely with them, but they've had different ideas on how this live action series should be. I do love the transparency from Oda on this because a lot of people in general about live adaptations, especially with One Piece, have a lot of skepticism, which is normal because most live action anime series are not very good, let's be real. So again, I really appreciate Oda's transparency and just being completely upfront with the ideas between the studio and him on how this live action series should go. Now, this might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but we've been hard at work this entire time, and now each and every entity involved is working in sync. We're finally here. Good news, so now with a lot of trial and error, a lot of butting heads, I'm assuming they're finally on the same page on what this live adaptation should look like. I'm sure Netflix, with all of its production and producers, has a specific idea on how they want to do this live action with everything that Netflix does with all of their shows. And Oda, who's been working on this for his entire adult life, knows exactly what this should look like. And with that, there was a lot of conflict. But now, after all this time and effort, they're finally on the same page, which is going to be really good. I was skeptical at first with this. I wasn't sure about it. Live adaptations in general are usually not very good. But reading this from Oda, his words, this makes me feel a lot better about this live adaptation. Considering my expected lifespan, which is a very real thing for Oda to say, I believe this is the last chance to bring One Piece to the entire world. If we're going to do it, I want to be able to supervise things while I'm still active. That's why I agreed to the live action adaptation of One Piece back in 2016. This little paragraph in it is very, very real. Oda talking about his mortality, wanting to do a live adaptation of this, but wanting to make sure that he's in able body and mind state to be able to do this. That's as vulnerable as you can get with a statement about One Piece. This, to me, saying that, everything he said so far in the statement just is showing me that Oda knows how big of a deal this is and what people really think about live adaptations. He's putting his life's work on the line and partnering up with Netflix to put this out to the people because he believes in it and he's wanted to do it since 2016. Since then, Netflix has committed enormous resources to the production. It was announced that the show will launch in 2023, but they've promised that we won't launch it until I'm satisfied. Now, a lot of people on Twitter were saying that today, since it's Luffy's birthday, as I'm filming this, I don't know when I'm gonna put it out, we might get a teaser trailer for the live adaptation. That is not the case. We just got this statement. So what that's telling me is that they might have shown him some of the trailer or just some of the things in general that Oda hadn't seen yet, because I'm assuming he's not there 24/7 watching them work on this. He's just going periodically to give his input and supervise and maybe change a few things here and there. They've probably showed him some form of trailer, and this is just speculation, and he wasn't feeling it. He didn't like it. He didn't like the direction that they were editing maybe, or the feel of it as a whole. Well, we'll see what happens going forward. We have the 2023 release date announcement for this, but right now, with what Oda is saying, they've promised they won't launch it until I'm satisfied. That tells me that this might be delayed a little further, maybe towards the end of the year, maybe the beginning of next year. We don't know yet. That is all speculation. That's just what I'm thinking based off what Oda's saying. The entire cast and crew spanning various countries are brimming with love for One Piece. They're burning with passion, and I've reminded everyone involved that this should be fun. Of course, it should be fun. It's a great series. This is making me feel exponentially better about it, and the fact that Oda is being upfront and real about it, I think it's going to be pretty good. I have been saying that I wasn't sure about it. I have said it on past videos on this, but this is definitely kind of shifting my mindset on this live adaptation of One Piece. We're in the final process right now of finishing all 8 episodes. And I don't remember if it was announced how many episodes we're getting, but Oda says 8 episodes, so we're getting 8 episodes. Great. We will be setting sail very soon. So saying very soon, talking about he won't release it until he is satisfied. Amongst everything else in this statement by Oda is telling me we're probably going to get a delay for this. This is just speculation again. They're going to put more effort into the entire series as a whole, maybe editing things better, maybe going back and adding extra scenes. We do not know yet, but right now, this is all we have. Eiichiro Oda's statement on the Netflix One Piece live adaptation. Big news. We will see what happens going forward with this. I'm excited. Drop a like if you enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. We'll see what happens going forward. I am more excited than I ever have been about Netflix's live action One Piece series. Peace.